basically I've got no idea about the terminology, how much space I need or anything like that. So you need to show me initially, perhaps a couple of circuits around the block, to make sure I know what I need to be doing. And then you're going to then refer it back to me, where I'm now going to become the instructor and teaching you how to come through it. Now obviously I'm going to be too late, I'm not going to be telling you the right thing, so you need to then come back and, like I did, sort of say, come on, do this, do that. If you're going to take the foot off the clutch, you need to get me to tell me to keep my foot still. So do that until you're comfortable, and then of course from there it's just this easy process of then going on to do it with the right turns. But we're not going to do the right turns as well. We just want you to establish what you need to do to get the basics over to me to start with, make sure I can control it. Okay with that? Right, over to you. You've got control now.
Okay then, Steve, so you're going to start off by telling me what to do now. Okay, so
will you show me how to do this to start with?
Right, okay. So tell me to check I'm in neutral before I start the car. Okay. I'm going to push the clutch fully down.
Okay,
Palm towards me. First gear. Okay. I'm going to set a little gas now. About the thickness of a pound coin. Too much. And I'm slowly going to bring my clutch up. Quite nice now. Okay. So make my observations. Okay. There's no one to sit to. Okay. So I'm going to set a little more gas. Release my handbrake. Checking my blind spot. Just bring the clutch up nice and slow. Okay.
We're taking that next road on the left.
Take the next road on the left. Check my centre mirror. Left hand mirror, nice and early. Wait till I'm beside this car, not too early with the signal. Signal left. Centre left mirror again before we turn. Steering into the junction, I'm looking into the junction. That's
next road on the left.
My mirror's around this obstruction.
Next road on the left.
Okay, sorry.
And then we're going to come up to the end of the road and we're going to turn left again.
So we're going to turn left at the end of this road, Steve.
Okay.
So nice and easy, checking my mirrors in the centre, left hand mirror, signal for left again. Okay. Very gentle on the brakes and clutch fully down. So first gear again, just bring my clutch up to the bike. Set a little gas, about the thickness of a pound coin. So I'm going to bring my clutch up, looking both ways, at least twice, and bring my clutch up to the thickness of a pound coin just to get the car moving. And the thickness of a pound coin again, bring it just a little bit.
Okay, end of the road, turn left again.
The end of this road, we're going to turn left again. So again, centre, left hand mirror, signal left. Cover my clutch. Gently braking, clutch back to the bike. Both ways at least twice. Set the gas, bring the clutch up.
And then up to the end of the road and we'll turn left again.
Into this road we're turning left again, centre left mirror, signal left. Just gently braking, clutching, back to first gear, in both ways, at least twice, set a little gas and just bring my clutch up at the thickness of the pound.
Then find a safe place to pull up here on the left. Right, at a roll just for a moment.
Yeah, okay.
Right, now, what about when we go to push the clutch down? Are you saying clutch down or are you saying clutch in?
Probably say clutch in.
Now, I'm not, personally, I'm not, if it was a normal learner, you obviously established the way you're doing with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But the examiner may question in, out, what does it in and out actually mean?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But when you're saying clutch down, what does that make sure they know that they're going
pushing it
down, not in?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
does in mean? Because hit in could mean, well, up, or it's that, it's a little bit, it could be either, couldn't it, at the end of the day? Down is no doubt about it. And when we're, so when you bring the clutch up, again, it was bring, I don't know the exact word you use, but bring the, so it's got to be slowly up clutch rather than clutch up.
Slowly,
yeah. So slowly up clutch, just to make, it's only a small point, but just to make it a bit more so established and we know exactly what we're doing with it there. Right, okay, so you now want me to talk you through, so now you need to be prepared to prompt me, because I'm not going to do it right, I'm just going to be all over the place. So don't slip any massive faults into it, just basically do what I tell you to do, and if I don't tell you to do it, then don't do it.
Yeah, okay.
And then you need to then just prompt me, you know, you should have said this, you should be doing that. Obviously we've got time to sort of get in there, as I'm not doing quite the right thing, try and give me the nudge, say come on, do this, do that, you know, just to make sure I get the idea with it, and then we'll practice that until I've got it right there.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so back and roll again.
Okay.
Right, so I need to now talk you through this, don't I?
Okay, yeah.
Right, so okay, so what we need to do is we're going to be moving off in a minute.
Yeah.
So if you want to put it into first gear for me, so oh, I forgot, oh, can you cover the clutch for me please?
Right, yeah.
Clutch down for me, and let's put it into first gear. Oh, all the way down, please do.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, and then we're going to put it into first gear. Oh, it's gone into third, hasn't it?
Yes.
So bring it back into neutral.
Yeah.
Let's put it back into first gear again. Oh, no, I'm got it quite right. Oh, yeah, push it over towards me, and then forward and in the first there.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
So maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
that you've got
if you bring it back neutral again, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this time, sir, if you put the palm towards me, push it over towards me, and then forward in the first gear.
Good.
Did that feel a bit easier?
That's easier. Yeah.
Okay, I've got that. I think I remember that now. Right, okay, so we want to slowly bring the clutch pedal up till we get to the biting point. Oh, it feels like it's pulling a little bit too much. Too much.
What do I need to do, Steve?
Oh, just squeeze the clutch down a little bit. Just do it. That's it, and hold the foot. Is it hold the foot still? Is that correct terminology? Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. Something else I've got to remember as well, which I haven't got it at the minute. Do we need any gas set?
That's right. So we're going to set the gas.
Yeah.
How much?
Or pound coin thickness. That's it.
That good?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, and hold the foot still, that's it, yeah. Right, so keep the foot still. We need now to, hand back on the steering wheel as well. And we need to make sure we're safe. If you like to look to make sure it's clear to go.
Where do we look?
Oh yeah, so remember looking from left to right. So check the centre mirror, check the left hand side, all the way round to make sure we're okay on the right. Okay, keep the feet still there at the moment.
Yeah.
Do we need a signal at the moment? Okay, so if you'd like to release the handbrake when you're ready, then so final check back. In fact, hang on a minute, there's a car coming up behind us.
Okay.
Let's go clear. Final blind spot check to the right, please, Stuart. That's it. So we release the handbrake, still keep that foot still for me a moment. Clutch up. Now we've got the taxi coming towards us, so we'll just slow down a bit here in a minute. We'll just brake a bit harder for you in a moment. And then we're going to go next road on the left. So we'll check our mirror. Centre and left mirror.
Right, okay.
And then we need, and the right, we're moving out, aren't we, a little bit, and we're going to signal down for left here. Just keep it rolling gently.
Gas?
Not too much, just a little bit, about a pound coin thickness. And we'll check to see if we're okay to turn in. It's just difficult, isn't it?
Where am I checking to see if I'm right to turn in?
Oh, left door mirror as well.
Yeah, okay.
Next road on the left. So centre mirror, left mirror. I'm going to signal down for left. Yeah, signal down for left. I'll be able to make sure we're okay turning in. I'm a bit rushed in it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So you just need to tell me a little earlier, don't you?
Yeah, it just feels like too much for me to do at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you need to just start that MS, please.
We've got coming towards us, yeah.
Okay, so just
and then we're going to come up to the end of the road and we're going to turn left.
Okay. So what do I need to be stopping?
Checking the mirrors nice and early, so give them a bit more space. Check the left door mirror as well. Once we're ready to go out on the course, we're going to signal down for the left. And then we're going to cover the brake and clutch. Just ready to come down. Oh, push that clutch down. Gently brake, clutch all the way down. We're just going to pull forward too much.
Yeah.
Right, might need to put the handbrake back on for a bit of a slope. And then we'll set the gas pedal.
Okay, how much?
A pound coin thickness on that gate.
Yeah.
And hold the foot still.
Yeah.
And then clutch up. Oh, that's too much in it.
Yeah. About there?
Slowly, just the same changes, and then hold the foot still.
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to start looking to the right. We're going to look left and right again just to make sure that we're okay. At least twice there. Are we okay to go?
Yeah.
Check left again as well, just in case anything's happening here on the left. Then slowly ease the clutch up just a bit more.
How much?
Oh, pound coin thickness.
Yeah, okay.
And then keep the foot still. And at the end of the road, we're going to turn.
Keep my foot
left.
still.
I'll slow you up the clutch the rest of the way now. So
Okay,
going to turn left at the end. So centre mirror, left door mirror, and we're going to signal down for left.
Okay.
Just going to cover the brake and the clutch. Cover the brake early, gently brake. Now push the clutch down, all the way down,
Right.
fully down, and hold the foot still. Right. So now we can get ourselves prepared to go again. So off the brake, set the gas, pound coin thickness only. Slow, pound coin thickness, but keep the foot still. I'm looking both ways. So look right, left, right. Make sure you're looking left as well, Stuart. Both ways to make sure we're safe. Slowly up the clutch, not too much. Pound coin thickness only way to steering to come around the corner. 2/3 way around, we can get the steering back off the straight. That's brilliant. That felt a bit easier that time.
That was, yeah, it was a lot easier, wasn't it? Because you started your own SPSL, yeah. So a lot more time to tell me what to do.
So up to the end of the road and we'll turn left. So starting early, so centre and left mirror.
Yeah.
And signal down for left. Going to cover the brake and clutch nice and early. So cover the brake early, so you're ready to slow it down very gently as we come up.
So do you think that's maybe a bit too
Transfer fraction, yeah. So clutch down. Be careful here a little bit. Is she looking to cross here perhaps? She's a little bit unsure about what you're doing here at the moment. And normally, remember, as a PGI, I shouldn't be asking people to come across the road, should I?
No, you shouldn't be waving or anything like that. Yeah.
And then she was a little bit uncertain. So slowly ease the clutch, about a pound coin thickness, hold the foot still. Let it creep forward slowly, so keep your foot still while you're creeping up to the line. So we start looking a little bit earlier this time. Just do it gently left. Look left and right again. Does it look like it's opening up here for you? Gently then, if you're not sure, check again both ways. Slowly up the clutch on a pound coin thickness. So keep your foot still, that's it, just nice and gently. Then find a safe place to pull up on the left here. So make sure we're okay. Go right a little bit so we don't scuff the curb. So clutch down and gently brake to stop. And we'll hold the feet still. That's it, handbrake on. Back into neutral. And then switch the engine off and relax. Okay. That felt a bit easier that time, didn't it?
A lot easier, wasn't it, Steve? Yeah.
I'm not quite so good at it completely, but it felt easier than what it did.
It was better at the start, wasn't it? Like, when it was all rushed.
Okay. So at a roll, how did that feel to you?
Yeah.
Did that make sense on that?
Yeah.
So what were you starting to do with me gradually as I went round? Initially, did I start things early enough, or did I start it too late to start with?
You started things too late, and so obviously everything was rushed at the end of the NSPSL procedure, so that we were still sort of like doing things as we were going into the junction, or things were getting left out. But then,
as you started prompting me, what started to happen a little bit?
You started to sort of do things for yourself and mend your own sort of mistakes.
Yeah, gradually, and that's what you're going to gradually start doing with. Obviously, you're not expecting the PDI perhaps to get it quite as quick as that. It might take a little bit longer, because obviously you might be doing that for
3 or 4 circuits.
At least, perhaps more than that, until they've actually got that. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And the same when you do it, and then you can go off. Once they've got that, you can go off and you can do the idea of turning right and what have you, to make sure they're okay with that, to make sure there isn't a problem with it.
Yeah.
But it needs a little bit of working on to make sure that they're okay with it. But if you start building on that in the early stages with them, what are they going to have when you start going on to looking at your core comps? And
they're going to have the basics, aren't they?
So it's not going to be so frightening for them. But if you suddenly went to, right, I'm now going to start doing this, I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah. How
are they going to feel? Especially if you start incorporating any speed into it.
A bit overwhelmed, I would imagine.
And if they have basically what poor old Lorraine's had. What's suddenly going to happen when she starts coming into junctions and what have you, and they haven't got that core skill to start with?
Well, you know, nothing's going to be right, is it? So you know, they're going to be going to the junction too fast, probably, or not making the right.
And of course, that doesn't really give them the time to start focusing on seeing the faults, because if they're coming in too fast, are they going to be able to look to see what you're doing and what's actually happening with things?
No.
Because they're going to be struggling, because suddenly they think, oh my God, everything is happening now, and they just won't be able to cope with it. But if you establish the basics to start with, then we can move forward a lot quicker, because we can now actually start focusing on PSTs, briefings, and all that sort of stuff. So obviously we need this bit sorted to start with. Then we go on to make sure they can start looking at how to deal with faults, how to see them, so they're looking at the right place, so they start doing things, so they can actually now see that you're not checking your mirrors and you're not doing this. And you can start helping them with that. So once you've got that bit sorted out, they can start working on everything else there. You feel all right with that? Any comment, any question from the back? Oh, that will make sense.
Makes sense.
Anybody else wants to have a go on somebody else?
I'll have a go.
Right.